In this video, I want to show you something called a plug weld, which you can see right here. These little domes, they're the product of a plug weld. This is a gate that I'm building. I built the hinge and everything. I've just temporarily mounted it here so that I can test how it works. It's going somewhere else. But I made the knuckle, put a grease fitting on here so that the gate moves completely silently. But this section here is where I use the plug weld, and here's the reason why. This gate just kind of lifts right up and off. So this is a solid shaft, 3/4 inch steel, and it's going into this tube of steel, and I need to join them. But I certainly don't want a weld bead right along here, because that's the bearing surface that the gate rests on, that and swivels on it. So that needs to be flat, and that's where the plug weld came in. You can use it in a lot of different situations. In this course, the wood stove project, which plans are included in the course, requires plug welds, and that's what I want to show you right now, how to do a proper plug weld. A plug weld is a weld that happens through a hole, and that's what you can see going on here. It's all set up, ready to go. I've got two pieces of steel, they're 1/4 inch thick, and I want to join them, but I don't want to have any welds along the usual seams. So I've got a hole drilled in the top piece, and it's sitting over the bottom piece, and there's no hole in the bottom piece. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to weld down in that hole. Now I'm going to be concentrating on the bottom, because the tendency is for the arc to be attracted to the sides rather than going down to the bottom. So if I concentrate on the bottom, and I just keep building that up, building the molten metal up, and then as I've done that, turn the gun a little bit, shine a little bit of that heat and that welding wire onto the sides, and then stop when it's kind of domed up. That will join these two pieces of metal together very effectively. It won't be as strong as if I had welded along all of the seams, but it will be plenty strong enough for those situations when you need a plug weld. So let's do it. Good, so I think that turned out quite well. Let's take a closer look here. Yeah, that's really nice. Look at that, nice tight fit everywhere, but there's no weld beads, and it's good and strong. Now, if this was in a place that mattered appearance-wise, we could grind that flat, and these two pieces would be together, and there'd be no evidence of how they're held together. So you don't want to use this all the time, but for some applications, the plug weld just cannot be beat.